Oh, wow. People actually join up the chat before I set it live. This is interesting. I was not sure about that. Borada sit maich du nod wedi bod dw I rwan croeso fi'n cartref mwyn in nawr yn Saesneg. Good morning. How's your day been? I'm Ruadhán, and welcome to my spooky house. And as to why I switched to Carter Muren, so spooky is one of those words that doesn't perfectly translate from English. Yes, good morning. It's morning somewhere. I actually I picked up that habit from my high school boyfriend's father. There's a long story involved in why I lived with high school boyfriend's family for a couple of weeks. But yeah. So I picked it up from his dad, who says good morning 24 hours a day, like as his default greeting to anyone, everyone, and doesn't matter the time of day or night or all of that. Speaking of which, I need to get my watch a new battery this weekend. But yeah, as far as all of that goes, so yeah, high school boyfriend. His dad said good morning 24 hours a day. If you asked him why, he would say, well, it's morning somewhere, and technically that's true. But I was browsing through, oh, thanks so much, Emerald, for complimenting my fabulous, fabulous face. But yeah, where was I going? Right. Oh, thanks. It's just, it's a NYX one of their, lip crayon things that, it's got the brush end to, you know, so that you can, have it all, like blended, like actual, ombre shading, but just because ombre, I believe, is OMBRE. I believe that is originally Spanish. It does sound like it's of Latin root, but it means shade. It means shadow. So yeah, like the whole like color dip hair fad from however many years ago that was. It bugged the crap out of me. People calling that ombre. Prior to that, people called it color dip hair dyeing, you know, like where it intentionally looks kind of grown out or something, but whatever. But yeah, I didn't want to use the blending brush. I've tried it before and it, I don't know, it's awkward for me. As far as tonight, no set theme for the music. So I am just playing whatever the hell I want. I realized that depending on how you observe, I tend to go for the so yeah, well, either way, like I'm starting at 10 p.m. on the 2nd, and we'll be ending. Oh, shit. I accidentally unplugged my computer before I started the stream. So yeah, my show's gonna be a little bit late, but that's not the first time this has happened.
Now, hi, are you a cute little noodle? Yes, Murnau's a cute little goofball, and he's so cute and fluffy. Murnau is a goofball. Here's my goofy little floofball. He is so cute.
There's a knife. He's kind of like flicking his tail on me right now, so he's kind of annoyed, but he annoys me all day long. I don't know if I'm getting, at this point, I don't know if I'm getting back at him or if he's getting back at me for being annoying.
Yes, you are an annoying little noodle. Yes.
But he's cute. He is cute. He is cute. But yeah, oh, right. Yeah, I was going on about, saying good morning 24 hours a day. So I picked that up from my high school boyfriend's dad, just because, you know, it was it was weird. It's different. It makes people, like give me a double take or whatever, throughout the day. It's an oddly cheerful way to greet people, especially like when I'm out and about especially when I was like much younger and would look a bit more over the top. Not every day. Oh my gosh. So few goths have ever put on an over the top, look every single day. And most of those who do or have done so just kind of mellow out with age, and like will look visibly goth to the insiders, like who've been around a while, like myself. But but for the most part, it's not like a thing. But yeah, it's not a thing, like you don't look over the top every day. But where was I going? Right. Oh yeah, so like when I was younger and would like have an over the top look like almost every day, like maybe every second or third day. Seriously, why is Mick still doing this goddamn full screen thing? I have specifically unselected full screen, and yet it still wants to do it. I don't know why. It's fucking ridiculous. But let's see. I'm going to select a thing from devices, from drive D. Please load. Please load. Load, you fucker. Oh shit. Oops, my bad. I forgot to plug them back in. I have to unplug my external when I have to reboot my computer, or like when it turns off and I turn it back on. I don't know why it'll get stuck if things are plugged into the USB drives. I don't know why, but it does. So I have to unplug it every single time. Like even if the computer goes to sleep and I want to like tap it back on, I have to unplug the goddamn drive. And I do... Fuck if I know why it does this. It never did this on the previous laptop, which is right down there. It has a little bit of life left in it, but I'm just like, I don't know. One of these days I'm probably gonna like rig some shit up to have one weird ass thing going on here. What was I doing? I'm gonna load up some music. I'm gonna load up some music way later than expected to. Okay, so let's see. What's a good thing to start out the day with? I don't know what kind of mood I'm in. I have been in a lot of like physical fucking pain. This is why and my language is why I tend to lately mark my streams and all of that as like what's it called? Restricted age, like age restricted audience by default, because I swear a lot. I swear like a pirate in church, but it's a pirate church, so that is still pretty sweary, right? So where was I going? Right. I don't know. I brought up swearing. Oh, right. So yeah, I've been in a lot of fucking pain this last couple weeks. Part of that is just the weather. That is like cold air is, horror on your joints, especially when you reach a certain age, especially if you already have other joint and chronic pain issues. And your spine, it's just like a big ass connection of joints, right? People don't think about it like that, but it is. It's just like joint after joint after joint. But where was I going? Let's load up this. I'm just loading up something random ass from Frozen Autumn. Oh my gosh, I should have played. Yeah, this is looking like it hasn't been played in a while. I should have played this in December. What the shit? It's called Wintertag. Wait, they're Italian. What the shit? Okay, so wait. Okay, so that would be to okay. Turn on the mic. Turn on the record. Turn on the the broadcast button. If somebody has a tab open up in the background on the YouTube, you are listening to WFKU. This is DJ Spooky Pants here with his 3-hour radio hour. Yes, I am late. I am usually on every Tuesday evening, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, or I don't know. That's like Greenwich -5. So, except during daylight saving time, where it's Greenwich -4. But whatever. So what do I play on my 3-hour radio hour? I play whatever the fuck I want, because no fucking limits, there's no fucking theme, and I've been in a shit ton of pain right now because I am an old person. Old people have creaky-ass joints. I already had chronic pain issues before I became an old person. There's a story about that. I've probably told it to YouTube at some point, and if I haven't yet, I probably will again, or, will sometime in the very near future. Who the hell knows? I've got an upload planned for YouTube. Hopefully I'll have it done sometime this week. I edited for 3 hours last night, and I only got the first 15 minutes done. Why? I did two, I want to say combined, it was about 15-minute sidebars about the Crazy Cat comic strip and the Far Side. Please don't ask. Please don't ask. It will all make sense when it uploads. But where was I going? I was playing some Frozen Autumn, wasn't I? Turning off the mic might help. All right, where was I? Right, okay, there's my pad. And that's the phone charger, and this is a pen, and there, bro. Where was I going? Right. This is not loud enough. What the shit? The volume on this thing, I'm looking at the equalizer. It looks okay. That was not intended. I'm still trying to figure out how the hell this gooseneck thing is best positioned. I don't know if you've got gooseneck lamps and shit at home or something, but they're all kind of touchy. They got holy shit, 12 people in stream. What the hell? 12 people in chat. Why are there 12 people in chat? Is there some shit I don't know about going on? Is Zoidberg finally popular? Oh, yay! Lucifer is here! You're amazing, that's why. From Ionics Overkill. Okay, I can accept that. Wait. Okay, yes, live chat. Okay. Let me go see what chat's been saying while I've been... Okay. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Oh, right. I was going on initially about... What's it called? Oh, yeah. Why I say good morning 24 hours a day, regardless of the time of day. Or whatever. So yeah, as I said, high school boyfriend's dad used to say that. Probably still does, for all I know. But yeah, high school boyfriend was mostly Cherokee, but his dad's side had some Irish and German, and his mother's side had a lot of Shawnee. So yeah, he's Cherokee and Shawnee, and so his parents grew up on reservation, right? On reservation land, and his dad had some stories about selling blankets in Arizona with his parents, and so what the hell does this have to do with everything? So yeah, as people can tell, I have been brushing up on my Welsh. It's my second language. It fell into about 20 years of disuse. I made a video about it. It's about half an hour long, but it's very thorough, and I'm told vaguely entertaining to some weird-ass people. But where was I going? Right. So yeah, on Duolingo, they also offer a bunch of languages. I want to say currently it's in the area of like 40 languages for EFL speakers. That's English first language. And one of the languages is Navajo. When I looked at the Navajo for good morning and hello, the two terms. Now, as I was saying with Welsh, so I recently changed the Welsh form of Spooky House from Cartef Tywyll to Cartef Mwrn. And the reason is because spooky is one of those words that is not, that doesn't have a perfect equivalent in all other languages. But Welsh seems to come pretty close. I was looking up, so every so often I get really self-conscious about my Welsh, which, being screamed at by people for making clear, earnest attempts to learn Irish for about a year and a half, and then, and then, like, people who are ostensibly, like, Irish citizens themselves, but who get really heated and downright rude about people who are not living in Ireland. I saw one person say that, like, on some like group or something, oh my god, he literally lives in Michigan and he's trying to say good morning in Irish, LOL, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, seriously, shut the fuck up. But, where was I going with this? Right. But yeah, like, being yelled at by a bunch of Irish citizens who insist that I don't know how to pronounce my own name. I do. It's Ruadhán. And yes, I roll my R's. A lot of my Irish has a Welsh accent. That's what I learned to speak because of my grandfather on my mother's side. My dad's side is Irish, but my mother's side is, like, English and Cornish. And so, yeah, I speak Welsh. Like I said, there's a story about that. It's full of Catholic guilt, but, right. But yeah, so every so often I will get self-conscious about how I use Welsh and how I speak Welsh. So I've got, like, about half a dozen apps on my phone and my laptop and, a couple of books, few books, always getting extra books. But yeah, I was looking up on the Welsh to English dictionary app on my phone, and I was looking up approximate synonyms for the words strange and unusual, because, you know, I was, as evidenced in my live fiction reading from last week. Where was I going? I have decided to start using a Welsh form of strange people, because that's how I refer to you weirdos who come into chat for some reason and watch me stream for some reason. I hear it's because you find me delightful and entertaining and wonderful, and I'm like, I guess, but that's another story for another time. So, where was I going? Right. So yeah, Welsh. While I was looking for synonyms for strange and or unusual, I encountered the word mwrn, M-W-R-N, and then what? And it said, that trend, that was also synonymous with not just unusual, but deaf to in the little drop down list or whatever. It wasn't a drop down, selection thing. It was just like, the bulleted list, the numbered bullet list, right? Item 2 in the definition was dark and old-fashioned, which really does sum up how I've decked out, you know, my apartment, is that I've got a lot of vintage and antiques, and I have a, you know, dark and gothic aesthetic, so I figured that works. That works a little bit better than Chwefror, which can also mean false. It can also mean it can also be pejorative. It can also be very pejorative. It's had a lot of pejorative connotations, which I knew when I first started using it, but I figured, you know, the connotations of artifice kind of work for YouTube, because let's admit it, you know, like, if the overwhelming majority of YouTubers, at the very least, will put up some kind of artifice, especially for uploaded videos, even if it's just yourself but turned up to 11. Like, not everybody does this. Not everybody does this, but a lot of people do. It's fairly common, right? So, like I said, I knew Chwefror had some, you know, pejorative connotations at first, but then again, like, you know, gay-coded villains, very much gay-coded goth boy, all of that. So, like I said, I understood the various connotations when I started referring to, you know, the spooky house as Kartref Chwefror. So yeah, and I'm not, like, you know, like, if, I don't know, like, if people, you know, want to, like, stick with that, you know, in, like, I don't know, like a Welsh language review or something, I don't know. I don't know what you do with your free time. That's your business. But yeah, like, I'm not gonna, like, come down on people if they're gonna start doing that, you know, from now on, you know, like, I don't know, like I said, like, in some possible, like, Welsh language reaction. I don't know what people do in their free time. I do watch a lot of Welsh language YouTube videos too, so, YouTube channels. Where was I going? All right. God, I love the Bedroom Witch. I'm gonna let this play for a bit while I write her down. So yeah, like, Karchev Murn, I think that sums it up. I think that's a much better suit. Because, like I said, like there's a lot of words that don't have perfect translations from one language to another. But yeah, I think for the purposes of, like, referring to my home, which is where I film the overwhelming majority of my videos, especially the streams, but definitely the uploads. But yeah, like I said, it just seems so much more suiting, right? So. Yeah, the moods just, like, fluctuated wildly between these two songs, but I don't know, that's the kind of mood I'm in right now.
I feel alive today. Something good is taking me over. I feel joy again. I feel power surging in me.
shit. This and the last one are both making me think about worst ex. But like, kind of in a, you know, glad to be rid of him sort of way, right? You know, like not in a way that, you know, suggests I'm dwelling on all those bad memories. But yeah, I've been in a shit ton of pain this last week because I am old and creaky. Okay, people complimenting my makeup. And I did say what kind of music I'm playing tonight, that like I didn't really have a set theme for tonight. And hello, yo-yo! With the knots in yo-yo. Oh, and Juju's here. Oh, I almost missed Juju. Oh, yay! Steampunk Gact is here with the potatoes. Yes, yes. Us strange spud people are definitely doing well. Wait, what the hell? Did my thing zoom in on me? I think it did. What the shit? Emerald has fried potatoes. The noodle. yeah, Murnau is adorable. Oh, thanks for the, yeah, thanks for complimenting my face. Yo, how badly can the crimping hairspray and backcombing mess up your hair? I've been doing it for a short time, so I'm afraid for long periods of time it may mess up. It can. It really can. Now, the, hold on, gotta switch songs in a sec. But yeah, my advice for the hair is, first off, you absolutely do not need to wash your hair every day. If you are currently washing your hair daily, it will be like a huge shock to your hair to just suddenly stop washing daily. So, my advice, like most people only need to wash their hair like once every week or two. Honestly, this is on, and the longer your hair is, the longer you can go between washings, and that's because the oils from your scalp, you know, will need to be able to travel down the length of the hair shaft, right? So the longer your hair is, the less often you should wash it. But, like I said, if you're currently washing your hair daily, it'll be a huge shock. So I recommend the way I stopped washing my hair daily. I do shower like almost daily, at least when I'm not in a depression hole. But so yeah, I shower my hair. I shower almost daily. I wash my hair 1 to 2 times a week. And the reason I do it that often is because of my psoriasis. So I do do a medication. It's a topical serum for my psoriasis, but that builds up in addition to all the scales on my scalp. So, you know, like I wash my hair about every 4 to 5 days, approximately, right? Sometimes I go an extra day. Sometimes I'll go a day sooner. It depends on how my hair feels. But roughly every 4 to 5 days, I wash my hair. So yeah, like if you want to get like your hair in better condition for and it is better for your hair, because like I said, the oils on your scalp need time to travel down the shaft of the hair, and these oils, you know, yes, they will build up over time and be kind of gross, but there is a woman on YouTube who has like almost knee-length hair, or I think she calls it hip-length hair. So like mine is about waist length, almost waist length. But where was I going? Right. Pulling up some music might be helpful because this is my show. But yeah, like I said, but yeah, she says she washes her hair only once a month, like she shampoos only once a month. I don't doubt her. I don't have a reason to doubt her. Just because I understand how the hair shaft oils work, right? So to wean your hair off of daily shampoos, I would first go for the first 2 to 4 weeks, go every other day. So still shower daily or near daily, like, you know, however often you need to, like wash your body, but put your hair up, or, you know, put a shower cap on if it's just like short. And I mean, you can get it wet, just don't shampoo it, okay? But like, you know, just like, you know, like don't let it get too wet, and definitely don't shampoo it. But sure. Where was I going? Right. So first go every other day for 2 to 4 weeks, and then go every third day for the next 2 to 4 weeks. And just like keep going that until you've figured, you know, like your sweet spot for shampooing. Like I said, most people, it'll be about every 7 to 10 days. Some people can go like, you know, a lot of people, like I said, the longer your hair, the longer you can go between shampoos. I know that sounds counterintuitive. I know that may sound counterintuitive, but it's true, okay? So, like, you know, and of course, like, there will be exceptions. Like, you know, like if you just get, like, splashed with mud walking down the street, right? For some reason, because, like, you know, you're dressed up like a Victorian lady and you're taking a stroll down a gravel, you know, road, and some jackass in a car decides that they're gonna, you know, because they're like a little 17-year-old jackass, they decide that they're gonna, like, you know, swerve over in the mud puddle and splash you and it hits your hair, right? So, like, yeah, like, you know, if you get, like, explicitly dirty, then, yeah, wash your hair before your next shampoo date, right? But, you know, but like I said, for the most part, most people can go every week or two. If your hair is longer, you can go up to a month between shampoos. Oh shit, that's what I was gonna soul seek up before I accidentally unplugged my computer and had to argue with things before I started the stream, right? So yeah, like I said, like, don't wash your hair every day, because that will definitely, it actually contributes to the damage, because you're stripping your hair of the protective oils, right? So you're stripping your hair of the protective oils that, you know, that help, like, nourish the cuticle. It's, think of it kind of like your digestive tract, right? Like, you need to have a decently fibered diet. You know, you have to have, like, a right balance of fiber in your diet, you know, to be able to pass things through. And as you pass things through, you're passing through, like, you know, it's like some gut flora that have, you know, like, you know, no longer become useful. You're passing out stuff that you don't need, but, you know, your digestive tract is also circulating things that your body does need. So, like your hair, if you think of it similarly enough, like, you need the oils to travel down the shaft of your hair, much like your digestive tract needs to filter out the things that your body needs, and let out the things that your body, and, you know, and keep out the things that your body doesn't need, and, you know, like, some extra fiber in your diet will help move that along. At least, you know, for most people anyway. Like, I need to have Metamucil daily because of that. So yeah, because you're not shampooing every day, you also don't need to do heated styling every day. For the most part, anyway. Like, you know, like, if you're getting ready to, like, go out and do a thing, and, you know, but you want to, like, do your hair up differently with different heat, then my recommendation is, like, get some leave-in conditioner to, you know, like, detangle and sort of refresh things. Let it dry, you know, like, comb it out with, you know, like, with a detangling comb that is also, like, good for your hair, or, like, you know, a tangle teaser brush or something. Let the leave-in dry, and then reheat set your hair. So, but,
It's a strange day. No colors or shapes. No sound in my head. I forget who I am when I'm with
But yeah, like if you're crimping your hair and you want that look every day, on the good side, like I said, if you're not washing your hair every day, you don't have to recrimp your hair every day. You may have to recrimp your hair maybe once between shampoos, you know, if you're shampooing weekly. At least that's been my experience when I've shampooed weekly. So, like I said, like if you're not shampooing your hair daily, then you don't have to recrimp your hair daily. Therefore, you are not reheat setting your hair daily either. The hairspray, go with something without alcohol or very low alcohol. As to what they use besides the alcohol, fuck if I know. I don't design these things.
His eyes. See forever. Make him feel like me again and again. Precious baby.
So yeah, like use an alcohol-free hairspray if you can. Between heat sets, like I said, like shampoo your hair ideally no more than once a week, unless unless you've got like a medical condition basically that causes excess scalp buildup of like topical medications or whatever, or you've genuinely gotten your hair dirty with whatever dirty things that make dirt, right? So yeah, like shampoo your hair sparsely, right? As little as you can get away with. If you're shampooing like every week or two, you probably only need to recrimp your hair once or twice a week. Like I said, that's been my experience anyway. Or you'd crimp it after your hair is dry the first time, and then you'd touch it up once, maybe twice a week in between shampoos. And like I said, before you restyle it, a leave-in conditioner that works to detangle it will help. But yeah, like you can. So yeah, like if you're doing it daily, that will definitely damage your hair. That will absolutely damage your hair. You'll have fried ends. It won't look nice. And you won't be having a good time. Was that a South Park character, a minor South Park character that said something about not having a good time? I don't know. A lot of references start to blur at my age. Ammo that breaks your hair. I swear by this. Oh, the pirate church, right? Nice. I swear a lot too, so do you, babe. I feel you on the pain. Oh, right? Yeah, like right now, the way I'm sitting in my chair, I think maybe subconsciously last week like I said, I think I subconsciously let myself get into a crochet hole because my last stream 2 weeks ago, I know I did the puzzle stream in between then. And the puzzle stream is when I mentioned having woken up like with my junk tangled up in my jockeys, right? And that was not helped by the way I was sitting in this chair last time. So I'm sitting differently now. Like I have accepted that the man spread is just a thing for some guys. Like, it kind of has to be. I mean, within reason, of course. Like, when I'm at home, of course, like, I will sit, like, you know, like that Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, thing if I want to, like, you know, or I would if I was that flexible. But, you know, but on the bus, you know, I bring myself in a bit more just because I'm not going to be on the bus all that long compared to, you know, when I'm doing my show or letting myself get into a crochet hole. But yeah, I think I subconsciously let that happen last week because of how I was sitting in this chair 2 weeks ago, and it did not make my balls feel any better, because my balls did not get any better from that. Especially since early the previous morning, I woke up with my nards tangled up in my jockeys, and I have no idea why. I really have no idea why that happened or how that happened. It's not like my junk is all that spectacular. I mean, I mean, it's mine, so that makes it spectacular enough, I suppose, but... I'm really not trying to be a weirdo talking about that, but I end up talking about my own personal life and how, like, my family and everything drives me crazy. Or at least doesn't make my craziness any better, at least. So yeah, like, if something is driving me crazy, like waking up with my junk tangled up in my jockeys, I will mention that. I have, like, no real filter for what is or is not especially appropriate for mixed company. Oh, okay, Onyx Overkill says party. Oh, yay, Lucifer! We just wanted to pop in and say have fun, guys. Aww! Going in early tomorrow and the Benadryl is kicking in. Okay, oh, you've probably left already, and I probably miss you already. And you are listening to WFKU. This is DJ Spooky Pants and his 3-hour radio hour. And this is about the time, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time this evening, I back announce about every 7 songs. Why? Why the hell not? Don't tell me what to do. It's my show, my rules. You can email station management about this at whiskey@wfku.org, and he'll probably tell you the same thing. Okay, so started off tonight's set with The Frozen Autumn and Wintertag, which, like, yeah, the title is German, but the band is Italian. Please don't ask me how that works. We followed that up with The Bedroom Witch and Disillusioned. And The Bedroom Witch, some of you may remember, she's one of those musicians who I just get really excited for every time Bandcamp tells me that she's put out something, like, even if it's just a single, I'll be like, take my money, woman. And you know, we are on friendly terms, but I get kind of starstruck when I get responses back from her, because she's just such a sweet person. And like I said, her music makes me very excited when it comes out. Like, not in that way I'm quite gay. You probably guessed accurately by now, but it's like she's my Cher. No, she's like the Zoomer generation's Jane County, but. And if you don't understand what I meant by that, please look her up. The woman is fabulous. The woman is fucking fabulous, and you probably owe a lot more to her than you realize. Where was I going with this? Yeah, Bedroom Witch with Disillusioned. Then we followed her up with an actual friend of mine, like, you know, we are explicitly on friend terms, Jen Vix, Alive Again. And I sounded like I was name dropping there, didn't I? I usually try not to do that, but I don't know, like, I'm in some kind of weird-ass mood tonight. My knee hurts. Why? Yeah, Jen Vix with Alive Again. Then we followed her up with Lebanon Hanover and Midnight Creature. Then we had The Church with For a Moment We Are Strangers. And if you thought that sounded familiar, that is because, like, yeah, if you thought that sounded like The Church sounded like someone else, but not quite, that's because I have often referred to The Church as, think of The Cure, but they're from Australia. and they got a little bit more into the weed than they did donuts and coffee, right? Right? Like, that is not an inaccurate description of the church. But yeah, after the church, we had Goldfrapp with Utopia. Why? I like her. I get the impression that, like, I don't know, that like she's one of those like kind of like hipster musicians. Like, a lot of hipsters really love her for some reason, which means that she's I don't know. I just really love her. I really love her. Please don't ask. I don't have to justify my taste to you. And you just heard All About Eve with Don't Follow Me, parentheses, March Hare, and that's from their album Return. And I forget which year that came out, and I did not mark it when I downloaded to my computer, and I don't know why I forgot to do that. I usually do that so I can tell how old something is if I'm in the middle, like if I'm in the mood to do like, you know, like an all, you know, proto-goth set. I can like check the years if I'm at all confused somehow. My music collection is indeed that vast. And the rest of it, that is on the hard drive that my cat Nigel destroyed the week Prince died, because Nigel hates me. No, he loves me, but he is a cat, so I'm sure he's earned his thrown in cat holla for destroying my hard drive. Much like Best X's cat Bob earned it for boxing with the vacuum cleaner. Sure. All right, let's follow this up with some Licia, because Tara's amazing lady. Go watch her YouTube. All right. I always forget if it's Licia or Alicia, and that's because I started saying one for the longest time. Yeah, I was saying Licia for the longest time, and then like I think it was Typo Negative. Yeah, it was a Typo Negative interview that I heard, and I used to like record those onto audio tape when they were on the radio. Oh my gosh, I am kicking my own ass so many times over, like, when I moved back to Ipsy, I just like junked like all of my old audio tapes. Like, I didn't even look through them, right? I didn't even look through them. And then it occurred to me, like, after I'd been in this place a year, so almost a year. So, like, I'd been back in Ipsy for, like, a little over a year and a half at that point, right? I was like, oh my shit, I lost so many Typo Negative interviews when I junked all my tapes. Like, oh my, like, and these were interviews like on local, like Detroit and Toledo radio stations, right? So, like he gave truly unique answers to so many of the interview questions, because he was like, this was 1995, like this was in the studio, right? Like this was in the radio studio that they were doing these interviews, like before a concert or something, you know, later that weekend or whatever. And so yeah, like, I'm stupid. And, but yeah, like, 90s goths, like, especially if you lived out in the Midwest, like I did, like, and I was in the rural Midwest. Like, I grew up in Metro Detroit up until the age of 12 when my dad remarried. And then I got, and then, you know, it was rural Midwest. So, like, if you were in the rural Midwest, like, from about 94 on, like, you were like, goths were already kind of in the media at that time, but it was mostly on, like, you know, the trashy daytime talk shows, like Jenny Jones, Maury, Springer, all of that. And then what? You know what? I'm gonna play something from that soundtrack they did. Why? Why the hell not, right? But yeah, like, every so often, like, you know, of course, like Marilyn Manson did a few shows on the talk show circuit before he got like stupidly, you know, popular. You know, it seemed very sudden to many people, self included. But you know, like, yeah, he did a few talk show, you know, circuit kind of things to, like, you know, promote his own bullshit, right? But yeah, like, I don't know, like, at least my little quote-unquote goth clique at my old rural high school in Lenawee County, Michigan, like we kind of saw through this whole like shock rocker kind of thing with Marilyn Manson. I especially kind of saw through it because, well, like I said, my mother was a retired Frank Zappa groupie, so I kind of grew up with like a finely tuned radar for artifice in performing artists. So like actors and especially musicians. Professional musicians rely on a bit of artifice to, basically help build their audience and the community around that. Hold on, I gotta write shit down. But I don't know, like there's something about, I don't know, like I said, like Marilyn Manson always just kind of struck me as a bit of a phony, but an entertaining phony, at least when I was like 15. He was entertaining enough. Like, it wasn't my favorite thing ever, but he was an entertaining phony. But like Peter Steele and the guys in Typo Negative, like Peter Steele himself was definitely a goth. Absolutely, the man himself was a goth. Okay, like that is undeniable. Like even Angela said that, like, he would show up at goth nights in NYC. Like the man himself was an active participant in the goth subculture as it existed when he was alive. He was so enthusiastic about the musicians who would get signed or distributed through especially Project Records. So he was a goth a bit more into the dark wave and ethereal stuff. But he also loved the gothic rock that would get US distro through Cleopatra and all of that. But yeah, like I said on the puzzle stream about a week and a half ago, something like that. A lot of his music was no. I mentioned this. I think I mentioned this in on my last live show on the last WFKU stream. I was playing something by Typo that a lot of their music, like, you can divide Typo Negative's music. I mean, it's not going to be an even divide, but you can like split it up between like old school like doomer like doom and gloom heavy metal with a gothic rock influence, and then the slightly smaller half can be easily argued as gothic rock with a heavy metal influence. And you got songs like Be My Druidess, which that is a gothic rock song that just has like a heavy metal guitar riff a couple times in it, right? It's like, come on, like, so I could tell, I kind of like a lot of us, especially in the Midwest, like we kind of saw, yeah, the Manson kids like got all the attention for it, but you got the serious gothic rocker kids, and we had to work our asses off to get good music in the rural Midwest, right? Like if we lived close enough to a large enough town like I did, like that was like a half-hour drive to Ann Arbor, like easily a day trip, right? Like I would easily spend like a Saturday in Ann Arbor for, just to like go scour the record shops and the comic shops and all that for, like Neil Gaiman and anything with Alan Moore. I kind of mentioned that when I was talking in tribute to Storm Constantine, my last Med vlog a few weeks ago. Where was I going? But yeah, like a lot of us, like we saw this sincerity in Peter Steele, where we saw pure artifice in Marilyn Manson. So yeah, like I said, like yeah, for a lot of like serious goth kids in the rural Midwest in the 1990s, Marilyn Manson was, a bit like closer to the guilty pleasure side, but at the same time, there were a lot of like serious Marilyn Manson fans who eventually drifted away from his music and into good gothic rock. So I don't completely dismiss the Manson kids from the 90s, because a lot of them did, get into actual goth music. But yeah, like like a lot of us also did like See Through the Artifice. We saw him as a phony, but an entertaining enough phony. And now with all of this shit that Evan Rachel Phil, I don't know, one of those. She's got the same surname as an old musician that my parents listened to. It's either Stevens or Phillips. So, like, I don't know. I can't name a movie of hers to save me, right? But yeah, like, I don't know. I have heard enough behind the scenes stuff from when I lived in Los Angeles and Chicago and all that, like, and London, of course. Like, I hear enough stuff that I'm just like, I had no doubt in my mind, right? Not a single doubt in my mind that all of that was true about him. So, yeah. And of course, like, now it's, like, all over, right? And I'm like, but yeah, you heard about it here first, folks. Like, something like, what, like 3 weeks ago? I need to write down songs.
Takes the locust away from Scylla. Coriander, vervain, and ginger roots. Damiana, henbane, and Thatcher's foot. Incantation with magic black and silver buttons all down her back.
Any of the dipshits on Reddit want to like talk smack about me for playing Book of Love, I'm gonna like oh my gosh, my first surgery there, the one that's why I woke up with my junk tangled up in my jockeys, I want to say about 6 weeks. Oh god, no, yeah, 6 weeks. I got the poster here. It is under a bunch of things, but including a bunch of other posters. Oh shit, I gotta pull up a song. Hold on. What the hell was I looking for? Oh, right. Shit. I did not... For some reason, I don't have them on here, and I don't know why. I should. Okay, but yeah, so, about 6 weeks, oh god, yeah. It was a little under 6 weeks after my surgery. My surgery was on Star Wars Day of 2017, and so yeah. About 5.5 weeks later, Book of Love was playing at a Nectarine in downtown Ann Arbor, and against my surgeon's advice to, not go and do anything, like not even concerts, right? He said, like, try not to lift more than 10 pounds at a time, but, I kind of had to, a couple times, but I didn't do it that much. But, like, I went to go see Book of Love at Necto, about 5.5 weeks after my surgery. Like, I don't even have the all clear to, go out and live my life like a normal person again yet. But I go out because I figure, like, I thought to myself, like, that would be, like, such a way, like such a wonderful thing to commemorate. Because, well, I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it now, but when I was a teenager, their song Boy, it's, Julia, she was a Olivetti, she was saying, she was describing its meaning as a bit more abstract, that it's about, you know, like wanting to be part of a group, but having to, you know, find your own kind of way. But she, but yeah, she's now saying, like, you know, that the lyrics are more like a metaphor for that, right? But yeah, like the lyrics to Boy, it's sung from the perspective of a girl who is being excluded from, you know, like, you know, the things that, you know, boys are allowed to do, right? So, of course, you know, like being a, you know, a trans teenager, of course, like, you know, like that song had a special spot for me. And so, yeah, like after that surgery, I went out to see Book of Love in concert, and, you know, oh my gosh, she even, like, you know, like tossed out roses to the audience in the middle of I Touch Roses, and I kept mine for, oh my gosh, Worst X accidentally ruined it. It was an accident, so I'm not, you know, like, I was, like, even at the time, I didn't let myself get too pissed off by that, because it was clearly an accident. But it's like, so yeah, like, I had that rose after that concert. Like, it was dried up and hanging on my wall for like almost a year before Worst X accidentally ruined it. But yeah, like, oh, right, that's why I brought up Book of Love, because of dipshits on Reddit who were just like, oh, like, goth should listen to, like, gothic rock and, like, dark wave and, like, maybe some post-punk, and don't tell me that that's not actually a genre, because la 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 la, like, but yeah, like, no, like, Book of Love, like, the entire audience at that concert was like this perfect mix, and it was like all blended. Like, sometimes you're at concerts and you see, like, you know, like some people you know, and you see like the divides of certain concert goers sometime is like, and you can see them like getting clicky, but no, this was like all very well blended. It was like aging gay men, like not just my age, but like, you know, in the area of about 10 years older plus, right? So yeah, like, you've got a bunch of like Gen X gays and a few other assorted Gen X LGBT people of various sorts, and you had goths. You had a bunch of goths of various ages. A lot of them about my age to, you know, between like, you know, up to 10 years younger. But, you know, I would say that was like maybe only about half of the audience in attendance that night, and the rest was like, you know, a bunch of younger goths. Like, I'm like, I can't argue with that. Like, yeah, that kind of describes Book of Love's music. It's like gothic pop for gays or gay pop for goths, like, depending on the song. When was the last time I played any Susie? Oh yeah, it was my last show that I did, that I went going on about Typo and how their music is like not quite evenly split, but, you know, it's either you know, like old school Black Sabbath influenced doom metal with gothic rock influences, or, you know, and, you know, a smaller, you know, the smaller half is gothic rock with heavy metal influences, right? When was the last time I played Susie? Okay, so 2 weeks ago. If at all possible, I do prefer to avoid playing like a lot of the same bands too frequently. Just to like, you know, help give exposure to other musicians that I like. You know, first and foremost, and okay, this was the oh wow, I last played Book of Love about 5 weeks ago. Okay, yeah, and December was mostly winter holiday music, so I probably played Israel one of those weeks, so okay. Yeah, it has been well over a month since I've played some Susie, so... Wait, why did I open up Creatures? Do I want to play Creatures or do I want to play Banshees? I'm not caught up on chat yet, so I'm not really like in a position to I mean, okay, fuck. I love this song that I'm gonna play up soon.
I love technology.
I fucking love this song that I'm playing right now. Oh, volume on this is terrible. There we go. I'll just max volume. Okay, gonna get caught up on chat right now, and this song is like almost 6 minutes long, so... Oh, yeah, Ionics, Chronic Pain Gang. Ah, it's the worst club to be in, but it's got some of the best people. Steampunk Act, you said you loved telling folks you worked with at an old place. Good morning, especially with someone who was a kitchen manager, and he'd prank. I'm sorry you miss him. There's some people I used to work with who I kind of miss. I always say strange people. Water, they said. It's good for you, they said. I'll tell my mommy. Oh, Lucifer, sorry you are making all the pee. I have no idea how I entertain anybody. I mean, like, as I've said before, I was like kind of literally trained for it, and you know, since I was a child, but I don't know why people find me entertaining. Like, I mean, sure, I know what I'm doing, but... Oh no! Steampunk Act. Unfortunately gotta head out from now. Oh! Well, I hope you can come back too, and I don't know why I said that. I don't know if they're back yet. I forget it's... Get, they or a he. I think they're a he. Oh, defaulting to they is usually, like, you know, the best way to go. And most people don't even know it unless they're fucking conservative snowflakes easily triggered by bullshit. Oh, I love getting free sodas while I'm working at places, but... Oh. I don't know if YouTube censors the C word or not. So that's why I said capital C, bitch. She was terrible. I know I can, in my settings, go and have certain words censored. I know YouTube does stuff sometimes too. I don't know. I have to go into my settings on the computer. I'm gonna back announce in about a minute. Let me see if I can get caught up on the chats. Oh, that's right. Charity loves it when I I don't know why. I'm just a fat boy chair dancing, you know, on my during my show. Oh yeah, literally wash your hair once a week. Yeah, like I said, I go to like every 4 or 5 days, for the most part. Try not to wash your hair. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if your hair is making excess oils that have kind of an odor to it, first off, it might be just, hold on. You are listening to WFKU, and this is DJ Spooky Pants with his 3-hour radio hour. I tuned in a little late this evening, but yeah, we're gonna try to keep it to in the area of about 3 hours. Well, I almost said 4, and I caught myself. But yeah, we've extended beyond the first hour. So let's see, what did you hear those last 7 songs? We started that last block with Licia doing This Decline. Then we had Eurythmics with Ministry of Love from their soundtrack to the film 1984, which I believe the film was released in 84, but I think the soundtrack officially released in 85. It says 85 on the folder I have it in, but I don't know. I'll have to like check like Discogs or something to see if that's correct. Then we had Book of Love with Witchcraft, Toya with Neon Womb, Sig Sig Sputnik with 21st Century Boy, Susie and the Banshees doing Painted Bird, and you just heard Trash Groove Girls with a Zero. And I'm feeling a bit more gothic rock mood at this point in time currently, and I don't know why I like added so many little adverbs. Yeah, adverbs, because feeling, yes, I think. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, let's have another song. Oh yeah, psoriasis, like, I've got a patch of it on my right leg. I get patches on my face, like, I have an ointment that, before I go to bed, I apply, like, little bits around my nose, and, this portion of my upper lip, and in my ears. I only do it at night, of course, just because you don't want that kind of heavy ointment on your face during the day. But yeah, I'm just like, got the visible dandruff. As far as the flakes, like I said, I have a serum that I apply to my scalp for psoriasis, so that, like, you know, does cause flakes. There is an over-the-counter serum of salicylic acid. It's usually the brand name is Scalpicin, but Walgreens and CVS both have their own store brand version of it. That is like half the price. But yeah, like mine is like mine is a prescription that is like steroid based just because of the severity of my psoriasis. So yeah, like my recommendation would be to just use like Scalpicin for flakes. If it's not that bad, like it's usually pitched at people with psoriasis, like mild to moderate plaque psoriasis, whereas mine is a bit more in the moderate to severe end of things. But then what happens? So that should control flaking, but otherwise, like I said, my advice is just like, you know, a leave-in conditioner, like before you reapply heat, and and as long as as long as you're washing your hair on a regular enough schedule, like your scalp will like continue to produce the healthy oils that will travel down the shaft, and it'll actually like improve the flakes that shake down from your scalp. Like the only times that my scalp flakes, and like I said, I've got psoriasis, is when I forget to apply my clobetasol for a few days. So that's like the only times that my scalp will like actively flake up, like into my coffee and all of that. I have actually seen it fall into my morning coffee. It's my goddamn flakes. So, I mean, I've probably ingested more cat hair than I'd like to think about. So. Right. Oh, you know what? It's been forever since I've played any Is some of this shit supposed to be this quiet? Serum. Oh yeah, like I said, my psoriasis serum is prescription clobetasol. I forget the solution it's in, but yeah, it's mine is prescription, but Scalpicin. I've used Scalpicin in a pinch, like I don't know, like if I'm out for a weekend somewhere, like out of town, like Chicago or something, and I forgot to pack my topicals and nasal sprays and all that. Like I said, like Scalpicin will work in a pinch for my psoriasis. So yeah, it should be fine for less severe flaking. So start. Oh yeah, I've seen that from a lot of people when Cherry says here to Yo-Yu. Once she says, once I stopped washing daily, I really don't get dandruff. A lot of people say that, and that's because, well, as I said earlier about the hair health, because your scalp is producing the oils and it doesn't have to produce an excess of them every day. That means you're not stripping the oils out every day as well, meaning that your scalp has the time to, like actually make use of the oils that it produces that, will then travel down the shaft of the hair. So yeah, like as you're transitioning from a daily shampoo to weekly or fortnightly or even monthly if your hair is long enough, yeah, you might get some flaking in between there. In which case, like I said, like Scalpicin, it's over the counter. I want to say the Walgreens brand is in the area of about $8. it's been a while since I got it, since my, like, what I use is prescription, and because of Medicare, I only pay $1.30 copay for most of my prescriptions. There are some where, like, I have to pay a higher copay, but most of them are $1.30 each. Where was I going with this? Right. But yeah, a lot of people say that, but yeah, like, in between shampoos, Scalpicin should be fine. It's just salicylic acid, which is, salicylic acid is the active ingredient in a lot of over-the-counter, acne treatments. So yeah, it's relatively safe, for your skin, so. Like, Head and Shoulders really does help. Yeah, I want to say, every third or fourth shampoo, I'll use T-Gel. That's the coal tar shampoo, by Neutrogena. Especially in winter, not so much in summer. Like, I'll use it like maybe once a month during the summer, because well, weather will affect psoriasis, and stress will affect psoriasis. Diet can affect psoriasis. It's been forever since I've played anything by this band. I fucking love them. Sometimes with the bands I really love, I'll like talk myself into this trap where I'm like, oh, I love them so much. Wait, didn't I play them before? And I don't check because I think I remember playing them on the show before. Oh, yeah, Cherry says helps to not brush your hair while it's wet to save on damage. Let it air dry, then brush it and work your way up. Yeah, absolutely. I will second that advice. Also, if at all possible, try to brush your hair like only once a day at most. Have curly hair. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even if you've got curly hair. Nothing weirds me out, so share away. Oh wait, was this in response to me oversharing about getting tangled up in my jockeys? Lived in small town West Virginia my whole life. Oh yeah, I've lived in places like that. I mean, it's kind of the state of where I'm at right now, but It's also technically in the Metro Detroit-ish area, so I mean we've got a dark alternative night in downtown Ann Arbor, you know, like when stuff can open back up again. But solitary goth here. Oh gosh, right? And we all kind of feel like that right now, don't we? I am like kind of pissy that Worst X like accidentally destroyed my my rose from my Book of Love concert, because it was my little memento from like after I got my surgery, right? But yeah, like it was an honest accident, so I let it slide even at the time. I mean, I was sad, of course, because like dude, that's my rose. I don't know how I managed to avoid letting Nigel eat it. Nigel has eaten every rose I've had. Even like the miniature rose bushes, I've had some that like over the summer have gotten like big and the trunk in the middle is like very thick and thorny. He will eat it down to the trunk as soon as I bring it inside for the winter. I can't have roses anymore unless I cover them up to protect them from the frost. Like I have to leave them on the balcony during the winter and like take care to protect them from the frost, or because if I bring it in for the winter, Nigel will eat it. I don't know why. He has eaten every rose I've had, except for the Book of Love rose. Like even cut roses, he'll eat them. I don't know why. He's very goth. He's very goth. I mean, his name is Nigel. I kind of doomed him to that, right? He also talked about that one band sounding a lot like Typo in there from the end of the stream. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, wait. Okay, not, probably not Wall of Voodoo, but I think that one kind of reminded me of them. Oh, I think it was the Scientists. I think it was the Scientists kind of reminded me of Typo at that moment. I can kind of hear it a little bit, because I know their swampy sound. Because that also shares a lot of influences with that kind of like doom and gloom, dark psychedelic proto-metal of like, you know, like Black Sabbath's first 2 records. I have Black Sabbath's first 2 records, but I can't listen to them. There's a story behind that. I'm gonna make a story time video about that, because that is like weird and funny. Well, y'all have to get up early. I don't have to get up early. I mean, I kind of do. I kind of should leave early, because, like, 1, I gotta pay rent. 2, I also gotta, like, get myself a new recycling pass for, you know, like, City of Ipsy, because, I should have gotten it last month, but I ended up getting myself into a crochet hole. Well, I guess it's nice that you feel sorry for me, Juju, with the whole, like, feel sorry for those who can't be by themselves for too long, because I think I've been descending further into madness, and by that I mean that as the old euphemism for mental illness, because I have not been dealing with this last year very well. Kinda not the biggest fan of that sentiment, though. I'm Cloudy Wolf. Triumph's Cinnamon. Oh yeah, that's mine too. That's mine too. It's in a at least when I get it, it's in a big tub. That it's kind of like a gel consistency ointment. Oh, thanks for thinking I look fantastic, Cloudy Wolf. Yeah, well, I wasn't doing good from, like, the beginning. You know, like, it's not even just, like, the year, right? It's since the beginning, like, I accept the fact that I'm a more extroverted personality type. I mean, you know, like, everybody has, you know, like, God, yeah, people, like, misread, Jung so much about that, but, like, I mean, like, he literally said that, like, you know, most people are not going to be, like, extreme introverts or extroverts, you know, and everybody's going to have, you know, moods where, you know, where they're, you know, where they're having a, you know, where they'd rather, you know, like, be a bit, you know, more to, you know, outside their, you know, typical comfort zone, but yeah, but yeah, like, I'm a bit more extroverted. I like going out to the clubs, I like going dancing, and, you know, I like, you know, like, going out and saying hello to my friends at the piercing shop, even though, like, I don't have an appointment. I will still, you know, I still like to go in and just, like, catch up with Jess at the piercing shop, and the ladies at Crazy Wisdom and Even Stars Chalice, the metaphysical shops up around here. Like, even just to hang out, you know, for a bit. But, you know, so yeah, I like to go, and I like to, like, wander around the city for, you know, several hours a day, and just, like, go, like, chat small talk with people, because I like talking to people. I do. Like, I mean, I don't have to, like, go out to a club every day. I mean, there were even, like, times where I would take a week off from the club just because, you know, I'd gotten my social needs met, you know, like, you know, know, like for the week or whatever, just like, you know, making small talk with, you know, shopkeepers and all that. But you know, whatever. So, you know, I'm not a big fan of being pitied, but sure, go ahead. That's great. Your feelings are yours. That's cool. Everybody's having a hard time. It's okay, like, you know, your feelings are yours. You're allowed to feel however you like. I just...
Hatred
hope you're still staying and enjoying the music. I just... like, people in general aren't, you know, don't like hearing that kind of thing. It doesn't matter about what, you know, it just... nobody wants to feel pathetic, so... and this is the same lolly I've been working on for like over a month now. It's still watermelon. You are listening to WFKU, and this is DJ Spooky Pants with his 3-hour radio hour coming in on, we've been going a little over an hour and a half now, so we're a little more than halfway through how long the show is supposed to be under normal circumstances. Sometimes I go over, sometimes I stay under if I log in late. I don't, and the reason I go over sometimes is because there's nobody on immediately after myself, and I like it that way. Station manager has tried to see if we can get like people to like have their shows after mine, and I don't care. Like, I know why he likes to have big blocks of live DJs, because yeah, it is better for the numbers, right? That is better for the listenership and all of things. Speaking of, we are about halfway through, and before I back announce, if you would like to make use of the advertising services on WFKU, we have banner ads that are available all, that are viewable over the app and on the website. We have nicely competitive prices, and so if you have a project, like if you have written like an album over this last year that we've all been like holed up inside our apartments going slowly more insane, and you would like to advertise that on WFKU, feel free to, I don't know, like give us some money, say DJ Spooky Pants recommended advertising on WFKU. I will get a small commission from that advertising, and you will get a banner ad on our website and app. If you have a little extra money for whatever reason, like, I don't know, like maybe you got a few extra DoorDash deliveries this week, and you would like to splurge on making the DJs prostrate ourselves so that we can read live ad copy at least once during our shows on WFKU, that costs a little bit extra, but that also means that if you say that DJ Spooky Pants recommended that you advertise on WFKU, I will get a smaller, you know, a little extra commission, and I will also like shame myself and like talk big corporate monies about your album and or event. Even virtual events could probably help from some advertising, right? Or I don't know, like maybe you just want to pay WFKU DJs, you know, like the extra, what is it? Like, I don't know. I forget how much the ad rates are, but like if you want to pay extra so that we can say happy birthday to Lord Winky, like and Lord Winky is like your gecko, like, we'll do that. We'll advertise damn near anything. We have no sense of shame. We are but a small station. We are but a small station. Very small. But I'm 4'11", so I guess that makes it okay, right? So that last set that I mentioned several times before, we started that last block off with Skeletal Family and Streetlight, then Clan of Zymox with Stumble and Fall. Then we had a band that I really love, and much like Play Dead, who I think I commented on this in this kind of way on my last show 2 weeks ago. Much like Play Dead, Madame Eduarda, like every time I play something by them, I'm just like, I goddamn love this band. Why do I not play them more? I should play them more. And then like shampoo, rinse, repeat, right? But yeah, we had Madame Eduarda with Les Sabat, and you are correct, they are a Japanese band. If you were thinking that. Then we had Leningrad Sandwich with Concrete from their 1982 album. What was it called? It was called something. It was called Heat. Why did I forget that? I don't know. Then we had Daniel Dax with Brimstone in a Barren Land. Children on Stun getting, oh my god, political with Scum. Like their little anti-Nazi song, right? And we just heard Date at Midnight and their song Alone. And just because I'm in the mood and sometimes I do this, let's play another one by Date at Midnight, who are from Italy, by the way. And I think this is from their more recent album. I think they have one more recent than the one I've got, but I'm broke as shit. Give me money. Preferably by buying ads on WFKU. Because it's my show, I kind of have to say that. Oh shit. Have I seriously used up this pin? I think I have. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Ah, shit.
Les Américains trouvent qu'il manque de bras et d'enfants. C'est-à-dire, non pas d'ouvriers, mais de soldats. Et ils veulent à toute force, et par tous les moyens possibles, faire et fabriquer des soldats. On veut que toutes les guerres planétaires pourraient ensuite avoir lieu. Que ce soit le règne, enfin, de tous les pauvres produits fabriqués, de tous les ignobles erreurs synthétiques, d'après la nature vraie, notre père, et
I'll be right back. I gotta.
Come here, little noodle. Meow. Come to me. Come to me, little noodle.
How the hell was he then? He just looked at me and turned around and left. Like he was watching me like he had like he was trying to decide if he wanted to come over and get pettings or not, but...
Ah, Miss Phoebe was in the closet. Why, hello, little lady.
She likes to have alone time in the closet. Ooh. That's, be happy and do none. You're not wearing black suits. Black suits. Oh hey, we've got D9 in here. Hi. I'm glad people are still like listening. My mood took a sharp downturn, but yeah, I'm feeling all right. I just got a little less chatty. Homer now.
Hello, goofball.
I see people of the city of lights, long, long, shimmering of the naked truth. And he's crying for a self-control to face the signs of the For now, what you doing to my lumbar cushion?
What you doing, goofball? I love you.
Season sings for you, any altar. All magnetic servants to any god.
What you doing?
To be into inside, don't you try to run. Let's pretend that we're alive. Let's pretend that we're alive. Let's pretend that we're alive. Uh-oh. What's up, now?
Hi.
I flipped the camera around.
Now, we're watching you now.
Don't you ever pray, don't you ever pray for a boy to come back from the dead, with photos shining in his tired head. Tired heart for love so short. He just a case of lost despair. Let's pretend that we're alive. Let's pretend that we're alive. Let's pretend that we're alive.
I know, you're so pretty. You're so pretty and fluffy, yes.
Pretend that we're alive. I know, everybody gets to look at Murnau's floof. Look at your floof. Oh, he loves Murnau's floof. Alive. It is the most beautiful tail on YouTube, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, look at the fluffiness. Look at the fluffiness. Oh, look at them peepers. Look at them green eyes. Look at them green eyeballs. Look at those green eyeballs.
Now. Now. Look at you. Are you cute? Are you a silly boy? Are you a cutie? Are you goofy? Little goofball. Are you cute? Are you a cutie? Yes, you are. Who's a cute little noodle? You are. You are. And your name is Murnau. Yes.
Okay. That's enough of the Murnau show. Shangri-La from here. Shangri-La from here. Is Shangri-La from here. Shangri-La from here. Is Shangri-La from here. Hello. Shangri-La from here. You are listening to WFKU, and this is DJ Spooky Pants here to, what's it called? It's called back announcing. That's where I read back from my pad what the last bunch of songs were. So yeah, that last block, we started with Date at Midnight and Cold Modern World. Followed them up with Crimson Scarlet and Dead Parade. Hiroshima, an Argentinian band, doing Pax Americana. I wonder if that's political. I don't know. I don't speak. Is it Spanish? That's the dominant language in Argentina? I don't know. I don't remember. It's either Spanish or Portuguese. Those are the two dominant ones in South America, and I can't remember which country is which. Follow them up with I believe, a Finnish band called Kitchen and the Plastic Spoons, and one of at least 4 different versions of Happy Funeral that they recorded. Followed them up with Gloria Mundi and Let's Pretend. Then we had Los Carniceros del Norte, and their song El Artod del Vampiro, which obviously is actually, wait, no, I think that's referencing I think that's the loosely inspired by the story I read a couple weeks ago. Wait, no, yeah, last week, because last Wednesdays. Okay, neat. Okay, and we just wrapped that block up with Nightmares in Wax and Shangri-La. And if the voice sounds familiar, yes, that is Peter Burns. Yes, Nightmares in Wax was the name of the band before he called it Dead or Alive. And the first few Dead or Alive singles were not too far off in overall sound and vibe and all that from that Nightmares in Wax kind of sound that you just heard. So there we go with that. I don't know what the hell I was supposed to be emphasizing by saying there we go with that, but sure. Okay, that makes sense. Somehow it makes sense. It's my show. It'll make sense if I say it makes sense. So let's see. I wanted to play something from Shriekback, but I can't decide what. And that's where I am right now. Everybody loves everything off of Oil and Gold. So, like, I play from that one a bit less than a lot of other people do because I think they've done so much other, like, amazing stuff. But, what's the one that you know what? I'll play something off of, Oil and Gold. Yeah, I'll play something off of Oil and Gold tonight. Because why? Because it's my show. Just because I don't always, I try to avoid Oil and Gold just because, like, everybody plays stuff off of Oil and Gold. It doesn't mean that I always have to avoid Oil and Gold. So let's see. The two big ones off of this one are Malaria and Nemesis. So I usually play stuff like Everything That Rises or Fish Below the Ice. And you know what? I'll go with something a little bit more commercial. Okay. I'll mix it up sometime. Don't tell me what to play.
I can grab and try to catch. One clouds of the sun. Take the glass, the human flag. Living in a neon house, I'm living in Avalanche Grove, I'm living in Hangover City. Living in your lives, I'm living in Avalanche Grove, I'm living in the Hangover City. Let's say, well, change and syndication and sympathy. You are not for me. Please. I'm living in your house. I'm living in Avalanche Grove. I'm living in the Hangover City. Your house. I'm living in Avalanche Grove. I'm living in Hangover City. And all these unforeseen things come around. I really know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things come around. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. These unforeseen things come around. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things come around. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. Somebody listens. Say what you really want. You're gonna say what you really want. Say what you really want. You're gonna say what you really want. I'm gonna let you show. Don't say no. In your house, I'm living in Avalanche Grove. I'm living in Hangover City. Living in the house, I'm living in Avalanche Grove. I'm living in Hangover City. All these unforeseen things come alive. A love and it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things come alive. A love and it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things tumble out. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things tumble out. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things tumble out. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things come alive. Gotta know that it won't stop burning. All these unforeseen things come alive. A love and it won't stop burning. Goes. If me I can ease, I see a open land. Then I don't really know. Every soul shall be happy inside. Say I'm here, I don't believe ya. I believe ya the world on the land. Color and the search. Everything that rises must converge.
And she said, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. How it goes. Everything loves me behind. Said why do we do this? We're spraying out his spine. Singing where's the way to go? Jesus, baby, down and calling as you know. And he says, well, that's me so. That's how it's called that. Just tell me, baby, don't show. I said, blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. She says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. And she says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Which way to go? She says, everyone's down and let me know. And then says, well, that's with me so. Says, I'm your car crash, so tell me, baby, don't you know? The blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. And she says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. And she says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. And she says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. She says, one day soon, you and I will merge. Everything that rises must converge. Blue, 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 color and the surge. Everything that rises must converge. She says, one day soon.
Truck in the whole town world.
Nobody notice me. Notice me. Notice me. You take notice me. Notice me. Notice me. Only notice me. Don't say notice me. Notice me. Notice me. Notice me. knowing. It's all in getting, it's all that anyone has. You know, you sex on its own importance. Everything's coming down, everything's funny, but I can't. You're still quiet, boy. Never any trouble before. There was never any trouble before.
With beard heart, smelled on the crust, and his hand on the wall in my room now, and he's crying, tears falling on the floor. So don't say like this, across the room in the shadow, I feel the nails in my hands. I feel the nail in my head. Don't say, don't say, don't say, oh, don't say, don't say, don't say, oh, don't say, don't say, don't say, oh, don't say, don't say, don't say, oh. Inside of my wooden heart. Don't say, don't say, don't say, oh, don't say, don't say, don't say, oh, don't say, don't say, say, oh, don't say, don't say, don't say, oh. Unplugged my omnicord as well. I need to get up and get some Tylenol. I'll be back.
wish Nigel wasn't so camera shy. He's such a beautiful cat.
I suppose you collect cloaks, don't you?
They're just like children.
And things of me, proud and tragedy, sing security, untemperability, forms of quality. The clocks are the main thing, and they'll start reversing. The clocks are the main thing, and they'll start reversing. They'll tail like an eel. Serving tailings down. See back, they knew their wells. They won't stand. They'll keep it in their heads. It's like the ego spread. The clocks are the main thing, and they'll start reversing. The clocks are the main thing, they'll start reversing. Then they're like an eel. time was round. He killed the friend. That's when it all began. It's very consequent. It's when you understand. Clocks are the main thing, and they'll start reversing. The clocks are the main thing, and they'll start reversing.
Oh wow, 13 likes. That's more than the peak chat we've had tonight. Love your oh, thanks. A lot of my makeup is NYX branded. This is definitely NYX. It's oh crap. I'll get it after this song. I feel the night still against my fingertips, and I know I can't resist. You will be coming for me. I'm not used to it now. Break your still upright old grill. Oh, my God, it's you now. Yes, I have to eat you now. You fill my soul with flesh so sweet. You calling to me. My dear, what can I see is a slice of you staring up at me. Will you please say you will? Say you will just for me. Please say you will. Say you will be my dinner, lunch, and tea. So it is my family. Oh, why must I possess you? Why must I digest you? Every single bite I take gives me quite an stomachache. I smell your skin, glue and soft against my lips. I feel that hate. You had hate exists. You must have an hate of it. And you kill my soul with flesh so sweet. You are good enough to eat. My idea of heaven that I see is a slice of you staring up at me. Is a slice of you staring up at me. Is a slice of you. ones you love. You are listening to WFKU. This is DJ Spooky Pants and his 3-hour radio hour. Oh, I just got a great idea of how to start the next block. Don't worry, this is completely normal for my show. As long as I remember where the hell I filed that band. Sometimes I move things around and hey, first guess, sweet. Okay, so that last block we started with Shriek Back, and I did a double shot because why the hell not? My show, my rules. So we had Shriek Back with Malaria, followed by Shriek Back and Everything That Rises Must Converge. Then we followed up Shriek Back with New Model Army and Notice Me. Then we had The Last Days of Jesus doing Dance of the Wounded Hearts. And the reason I'm enunciating so closely on that is because I don't know, sometimes I have issues with my own handwriting, but followed The Last Days of Jesus with Rubella Ballet and their classic Something to Give. Then we had Darkest of the Hillside Thickets with House of Clocks, which is not the one I was looking for, but I was on a crunch for time. And you just heard Scary Bitches with You Always Eat the One You Love, which is an old favorite of mine by theirs. And what's the next one I'm going to play? But oh, wait. I know I said I had a great idea of how to start the next block, which would be this block coming up right here. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait. But okay. So let's see, I started that last block with Malaria. Now let's start the next block with Malaria. As in the band. Oh, right, I was going to, Okay, so it was, The NYX Dazed and Diffused. So it's your little makeup crayon pencil, but it's a lip color, or at least it's being pitched as a lip color, and it's got this little brushy on the end to blend it to get a like a faded look. But I didn't feel like doing that this time. The color is called Twisted. I don't know why purple is twisted, but okay. Oh yeah, NYX has some great colors.
Passion,
oh wow, that was an unexpected beat match. The next song that I queued up.
My heart wants to beat.
God, I love Liebach. Oh my gosh.
Of the birds that rise from the lake to the trees. My heart was to sigh like a child that flies from a church on a breeze. To love like a brook when it trips and falls over stones on its way to see
shit, I think they've got a theremin. I think they've got a theremin player in this lineup. Ah. This is definitely true. No one covers other people's music the way Laibach does. This is true. No one will argue with you when you say that. At least no one familiar with Laibach's music.
It's not a will that I won't back. I will count my father. 1,000 steps I will catch my mother. 1,000 lives the march goes on. People fighting the tragedies of perils. With a cross I will never ask myself again what's the meaning of living. Hey myself, is there a reason to remain beside? I swear the ills of Europe for days let me run to spell. Time to sweat, 7:20,
and every time your hand pats my neck, I will say, like the Christ, is this the courage? Is this the courage of truth? Like a find without changing. And every time your hand pats my neck, I will say, like the Christ, is this the courage? Is this the courage of truth? Like a find without changing. The time your hand pats my neck, I will say, like the Christ. Is this your courage? Is this the courage of truth? Like a line without changing.
How do I use less to believe in the bold fascination of mine? Sexually, walking out inside. Is the ecstasy of your life was by the second sign of your last life, no sense, the sense of perfection, the endless between our lives while we deny this coronation of what embracing. And forget the combination of God afflicted us.
And every time your hand on my neck, I will say, like the Christ? Is this the courage? Is this the courage of truth? 'Cause I can find without changing. And every time your hand grabs my neck, I will say, like the Christ. Is this your courage? Is this the courage of truth? I can find without changing. And every time your hand grabs my neck, I will say, like the Christ. Is this your courage? Is this the courage of truth? I can find without changing. A woman in blue, she asking for a friend. The man in white, that's you, says he has no friend. The river's holding up with rusty cans, and the trees are burning in your promised land, and there are no letters in the mailbox, and there are no grapes upon your vine, and there are no chocolates in your boxes anymore, and there are no diamonds in the mine. There are no diamonds in the mine. Well, you tell me that your lover has a broken limb. You're singing, you're fucking restless, and now it's on account of him. Well, I see all the men in question. It was just the other night. He was eating up the lady where the lions and Christians fight. And there are no letters in the mailbox. And there are no grapes upon the vine. And there are no chocolates in your boxes anymore, and there are no diamonds in the mine. There are no diamonds in the mine. There is no comfort in the covens of the witch. Some very clever doctor went and sterilized the bitch, and the only kind of energy yes, the revolution's pride. He claimed 100 women just to kill an unborn child. There are no letters in the mailbox, and there are no grapes upon the vine, and there are no chocolates in your boxes anymore, and there are no diamonds in the mine, and there are no letters in the mailbox, and there are no grapes upon the vine, and there are no chocolates in your boxes anymore, and there are no diamonds in your mind. There are whisper in your ear, hoping that you will hear the line between the screams of me to you in my dreams. Clouds, I cloud the clouds, I cloud the clouds. In the art of sodomy, only sin. Only sin. Only sin. For instinct, reaching for instinct, I'm lost. In reputation, ripped to shreds. I'm lost. Don't know. Nothing gained in a bull race. Face to face, only sin. Stepped on steel, step shut, teeth melt. Now live in a bull race. Simple face to face. Ardent, only sin, only sin, only sin. Just communications phone. Skip one. Patience, only sin, only sin, only sin, only sin, only sin. Teeth melt, thunder rising down. Listen, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen, oh, listen. Sing the rolling, oh no, you can sing it now. Spoon in my mouth. Oh, listen, needle stuck in my throat. Oh, listen.
Hello, Miss Phoebe.
Miss Phoebe's behind the phone now.
Hello, my little lady. Little pudgy lady cat.
I dream, I dream.
Oh, thanks so much for favorite black lipstick. Honestly, I love, oh gosh, I know there is so much wrong with Kat Von D, but I love her, her liquid lipsticks that are, Witches is her black one. Dude, I have slept in that and woke up and it still looks good. Unfortunately, I don't like giving her money anymore. So yeah, like, NYX has done a few really, I don't know, NYX has done a lot of really nice blue ones, so I haven't found another black one that I like as much as that one yet, but when I do, I will keep people posted. The absolute worst black, though, is that CoverGirl one that did that licensing deal with Katy Perry. It is awful. Those Katy Cat mattes. Yeah, her black one is called, I think it's called Panther or something. It is awful. Worst black lipstick I've ever used.
In switch on it again. Snap you down, plug in, switch off, we'll play it again, reel it again. No stress, no death, when you fall, you wake, you feel no pain. No pain, no stress, no death, when you fall, you wake, you feel no pain. In an ideal world, in an ideal world, in an ideal world, in an ideal world. No stress, no death, when you fall, you wake and feel no pain. No stress, no death, when you fall, you wake and feel no pain. In an ideal world, in an ideal world, in an ideal world, in an ideal world. That shines my ideal world. The sun always shines in an ideal world. For seconds switch on an ideal world. It's my mood in an ideal world. When you fall away in an ideal world. No time, no pain. Ideal world. Ideal world. In an ideal world. Switch on, again, switch on. Let's go right train. Switch on. Cause I hate my ideal world.
You are listening to This is WFKU and DJ McSpooky Pants and his 3-hour radio hour. And gonna back announce the last block, or at least up to here, and then gonna have my closer. So start off that last block with a band called Malaria! With their song Leidenschaft, which I believe is German for passion. Then we followed them up with Laibach and The Sound of Music, which, as some of you may remember, in, I believe, 2017, Laibach was the first quote-unquote Western band in a long-ass time invited to play North Korea. And they and so when you perform music live in North Korea, there is a short list of approved music you are allowed to perform live in North Korea. And included in that was the soundtrack for The Sound of Music, which Laibach did. They performed The Sound of Music in its entirety in North Korea for some reason. And it was beautiful. And I can't believe I forgot that I had that on my hard drive during December, because people keep thinking that My Favorite Things is a Christmas song, and they had a version of My Favorite Things, and I just, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I followed up Laibach with Spiritual Front and Ragged Bed. Then we had Leonard Cohen with Diamonds in the Mind. Christian Death featuring Roz Williams, of course, the only real Christian Death, performing a song called Her Only Sin. Because I guess 1994 was the year that Roz Williams wrote at least half a dozen songs about heroin. I am not making that up. Yeah, he was very prolific as far as recording music between 94 and 95, and I am not joking. At least half of them are some reference to heroin. I wish I was making. I honestly wish I was making that up. I have like 4 tattoos in honor of the man, so clearly I wish I was making that up. Followed up Christian Death with Fad Gadget and Ideal World, which is what you just heard. And I decided to avoid Joey Ramone for my closer this week. Don't know why. I usually play Joey Ramone in my closer, but I don't know. This week I decided to mix it up a bit. So here's something from the Stranglers.
Once I knew a man.
Why the Stranglers? Because Jet Black, their drummer, who has retired from live performances, but the rest of the band still plays live without him. But he still wants to be active in the studio anyway for a while. But yeah, he was, oh gosh, he was older than me when he started the band. So us old guys got to stick together.
In love with money. He said it solved his worries and his cares. But then one day I heard him say something I hear everywhere. Once I knew a man in love with power. He bought a uniform and he kept it clean. Then one day I heard him say, there's something I've never seen. Tell him how
To find true love and happiness in the present day. Tell me how to find true love and happiness in the present day.
then a new girl in love with living. Didn't like to stay in one place long. Then one day I heard her say she discovered something's wrong. Tell
Me
her
how to find true love and happiness in the present day. Tell me how to find true love and happiness in the present day. How to find true
find happiness in the present day. Oh, wait. How did North Korea? How did that happen? Wait. Real quick. Yes, it doesn't come off. Phyllis. Right. Yeah. I mean, I still have some of her stuff, of course, because like, why throw it away, especially when it costs like $25 for a tube of Lippy, right? But yeah, it like you have to try to get it off. It's great. It's seriously like the best lip color I have ever owned, and she's a goddamn anti-vaxxer, COVID denier, and I hate her, right? She's also like has some crypto-fascist ties, and her husband is hot garbage. I wish obsessive compulsive cosmetics was. Oh shit. Yeah, non-plot. I missed those. How did that happen? Oh, Liebach playing North Korea. I don't know. I think it was just a thing where they just applied to play just to see if they could, and they were given the list of approved music that they could play. Who is horrible today? Oh, Kat Von D. No, nobody knew. Just Kat Von D, lamenting that her liquid lip color is seriously some of the best lip color I have ever. It's honestly as far as staying power anyway, it is the best lip color I have ever owned. Like, I've fallen asleep in it, and it's still on when I get up in the morning, right? But yeah, like I've got most of a tube of Witches left. I've got 2 tubes of Echo, which is her blue, in that same line left. And when those are gone, she's gonna have to make some serious changes to her whole outlook on life before I'm gonna be eager to support her brand again. Either that, or she's gonna have to cut all professional ties from the brand, and just to I mean, I'm sure I'm sure she can file something where she's still collecting likeness royalties or something, but yeah, if she will divorce herself from a business role in the band, that is the only way I'd consider purchasing again, because if I know enough about likeness rights and all that I know that it's kind of a pittance in comparison. She has cut ties. Okay, I'll have to look that up. Just to verify if that is indeed the case or not. Because yeah, if she decided to save the brand just because it's a vegan and cruelty-free brand of some really top quality makeup, but yeah, if she's cut business ties, that would be nice. But yeah, I'll have to double check on that. But yeah, it's just too much. Can't support her. Yeah. But yeah, just closed off my show, and I don't know. I gotta go do other things. I have laundry. I've needed to do laundry for a few days now, and since tomorrow is a rent day, just watch some guy abandon the goth scene after. What? Oh, for fuck's sake! Marilyn Manson is not even. Oh gosh, Marilyn Manson has fuck all to do with the goth scene. Yes, some goths like his music, right? But his music has never been gothic rock. It is industrial metal, shock rock. Oh, thanks so much that you're glad you caught the music I played tonight. He's being a baby, right? Yeah. If somebody is cutting ties from the goth scene over the latest Marilyn Manson controversy, which I was literally talking about on on my show, even something like 3 weeks ago. I know my friend Lucifer, aka Argyle Dinosaur. They kind of had a little bit of a mini crisis because, you know, they were unaware of all of the nasty shit that his ex has accused him of. And but yeah, like, it's been kind of an open secret for a while, just because, as I said in my previous stream like 3 weeks ago or something. But yeah, it's been kind of an open secret for a while because she'd previously made allusions to it, and some fans had did, like, you know, the maths, and like there was no other person she could have been talking about, right? Because they were dating at the time, so clearly he's the abusive ex that she was referring to. And she has, like, apparently confirmed that this week, right? But yeah, like, all Manson says is that, oh, these are just allegations and rumors and blah, 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 blah. Oh, and now I guess he's changing his tune, and he's like trying to say that people are misinterpreting what actually happened. So it's like he's not even denying it. So, like, as I was saying like 3 weeks ago, that if it really was all just rumors, he would have had a defamation suit. Like, yes, she didn't name him at the time when it was, like I said, it was an open secret. She had not yet named, you know, confirmed that that's who she was talking about. But a lot of fans, like I said, they did the maths, and there's no other person it could have logically been who she was referring to, right? To whom she was referring, right? But yeah, like, if it was all just like speculation and rumors, then he would have had a defamation, you know, suit on him. Right? He would have been able to file a defamation suit, because, like, the man is a jackass on so many levels. Oh yeah, he's clearly, yeah. Like, the man is a jackass on so many levels, but he's not stupid. I mean, yeah, he may be a dumb shit in some ways, but on a fundamental level, the man is not stupid. In fact, like, God, like, he's one of those, like, guys who, like, goes on about, like, how smart he is in interviews. So, you know, he's at least almost as smart as he thinks he is, right? But yeah, the man is not fundamentally stupid. If it was all just rumors and speculations, he would have had a defamation, you know, suit that he could file. And see, the thing about a defamation suit is not only does it have to be damaging to a person's personal and or professional reputation, but it also has to be untrue. And I said this 3 weeks ago, but I'm assuming, like, the 8 people left in the stream before I close off the stream and go do some laundry for a change, because I've needed to for a few days. But yeah. So, like, the only logical and like I said, so, like, if it is all, you know, now, in order to prove that it's not difficult to prove something is untrue. You just have to have a lack of evidence to say that it is true. I mean, that's all that matters to the court anyway. Like, even in a civil case, that's all that matters. You just have to have a lack of evidence that it is true. So, you know, if it was indeed, you know, a you know, like a defamation, if it wasn't indeed just rumors and speculation from, you know, people who don't even know, or, you know, whatever, then yeah, like I said, he would have had a defamation suit, because this was starting to affect his reputation already with, you know, like, professionally and amongst fans. So, you know, like I know a couple people who, like, create, like, multiple fake accounts to harass Marilyn Manson on Twitter over this, because oh yeah, it would have been shot down so quickly if that's all it was. So, like, the only logical explanation for why he hadn't filed a defamation suit, and then, like I said, like, this week, I guess, like, you know, like, she, like, Evan Rachel Phillips, I don't know, Evan Rachel something, but I can't name a single thing she's been in. I didn't even realize she was an actress until like a few weeks ago or something. I couldn't even remember her name a few weeks. Wood. Okay. Evan Rachel Wood. For some reason, I thought it was Phillips. Earlier this evening, I thought it was like Phillips or Stevens. Wood. Ronnie Wood. Okay, I guess, like, I don't know. I knew she shared a surname with a musician that my parents listened to, and I don't know, like Ronnie Wood of the Rolling Stones, I guess. But yeah, whatever. So yeah. Like if like the only logical explanation I can think of for why there is no lack of evidence that her accusations have been true is that he knows there is at least one outcry witness. That's the only thing I can think of. Like somebody mentioned, I saw somebody on Twitter earlier today, or maybe it was Facebook, I don't know. I saw somebody earlier today saying something about like an old video he had up on his website punching her in the face or something, whereas like that, you know, like she's an actress, he could easily, you know, try and argue that, I mean, or at the very least he can like hire a lawyer well versed enough in, you know, mental gymnastics to try and argue that that this was all just staged. She's an actress, this is like for her resume. But yeah, so like I said, like some of the evidence that is, you know, allegedly out there is arguable at best. So the only logical reason I can think of for why he, you know, refused to, you know, has not yet filed a defamation suit and is suddenly now changing his tune, saying that, you know, people are just like misinterpreting what actually happened. And I like the only reason he's saying this now and the only reason he failed to file any kind of defamation is he knows there is at least one outcry witness. And California is a state, and it's a lot easier to like, you know, pull in, you know, something like that for a civil suit, which is what a defamation suit would be. You know, it's a lot easier to do that for a civil suit than it would be for like a criminal suit. But yeah, I know like New York and California, and you know, the events allegedly took place in California, right? So they will they will allow an outcry witness. That means that during or very shortly after one of the incidents of physical and or sexual abuse that he committed against Evan Rachel Woods, she, like I said, like during or immediately after, she must have called like her mother or a sister or a friend. Like there's at least one credible outcry witness that he knows of, or is at least afraid exists. So so I mean, I can understand, like, you know, like if he doesn't specifically remember that because, like, you know, he was drunk or strung out on drugs at the time, okay, but you know, he at least knows there's the possibility that an outcry witness exists who would be able to say, like, no, like my daughter, like, you know, or my, you know, cousin, like whatever, like whoever this outcry witness is, you know, regarding Woods especially, because I guess there are other people who are saying basically the same kind of things, right? Oh yeah, can't name a movie she's been, yeah, right? I don't know what the hell she's done, but I know she's some kind of actress, right? She's obviously been in something, because I guess people wouldn't be talking about her otherwise, really. But yeah, so he knows there is at least the possibility that there is one outcry witness that a jury would consider sympathetic, you know, that who an outcry witness who would be, you know, who would be fairly credible. So yeah, he knows that, you know, that like even if he can have a lawyer argue that the paper trail he allegedly left, you know, of his misdeeds against this young woman, you know, like he knows, like, no matter what kind of lawyer he gets, she's got an outcry witness. So yeah, and yeah, like that would be it. That would be the end of a defamation suit. On the other hand, you know, if there was no outcry witness, then he'd have that reasonable doubt in favor of his defamation suit, you know, if it was indeed all just rumors. So, you know, like without the possibility of an outcry witness, then he would have been able to easily, you know, try and file that. And, you know, but no, like he knows that there's some kind of paper trail on her end, you know, like regarding texts, voicemails, whatever. He knows. And if for some reason, you know, he is certain that a paper trail of sorts doesn't exist, he knows there's at least the possibility of a credible, sympathetic outcry witness. So yeah, so like I said, like when fans were already, you know, like lining up the timelines and saying, oh yeah, it was definitely him. It was definitely him. There's no other person it could have been at that time, you know, unless she was cheating on him. But, you know, that would be silly. Like there would have been some kind of evidence of this if that were happening, right? But, you know, especially like the story, and yeah, like with the story that she gave, it's unlikely it would have been somebody she hypothetically could have been, you know, like two-timing him with, right? So yeah, like even when that was like all, you know, before I guess shit got confirmed this week, whatever, I'm just like, yeah, he did it. Like there's no way it wasn't, yeah, there's no way he did not do at least half of the nasty things she's accused him of. And like I said, the reason he, you know, didn't do anything about it when it was just fans lining up the timelines on their own and harassing him relentlessly on Twitter to say something about it, you know, then Cleopatra Records is in trouble for signing. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Wow. Damn. But yeah. So yeah. Feel free to tune in next week. I should be able to do my show next week like I should, because it's my job, right? Feel free to tell all of your friends to tune in, 10 p.m. US Eastern, so do the maths. Let's see, Greenwich -5, so that would be +5 for the UK, so we're talking, okay, UK would be 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., so very, very late there. Or in California, let's see, California is Michigan -3 hours. So yeah, so 7 to 10 p.m. California time. Outside of those time zones, do your own maths. I don't live there. You figure it out, right? You know, your home, your responsibility to figure out your time zone and how it relates to mine. I just like gave you some like 3 time zone times, right? So yeah, next week's show is going to be whatever the hell I'm in the mood for, as this week's was. So bats and kisses. Take care of yourselves, wear your sunscreen, and of course, like, feel free to donate to the station. Feel free to advertise on the station if you have anything you feel may benefit from advertising, and all of that. And as always, bats and kisses. Well.